I've been an entrepreneur since ninth grade in high school. That's over 3 decades. And I've been a real estate investor since 2006. And today's session is about very, very, very important thing. The shotgun approach versus the sniper rifle approach in women and in real estate investing deals, okay? Let me give you an example. Yesterday I was at the coffee shop and there's a sweet guy that I have met and we made friends, and he's a straight out player, right? Like every time I see him, he shows me, all these different women he's with or he's banged or porking, whatever, like constantly, dude, like straight up player, 6'4", drives a nice car, and literally a player, right? And nothing disrespectful to that. I mean, some people like to be players and some people don't. And we were talking, right? And after talking a little bit, he was talking about like, he hit up this girl. And I was like, yeah, man, at the gym, dude, like, at this time that I go, there's at least 4 chicks that want to, pork me, but I don't even pay them any attention. That's not what I want. I know exactly what I want. And he's like the opposite. He's like the shotgun. He's like trying to talk to as many women as possible, the ones that he wants, of course, not any chick, but the ones that he wants, as many as possible, where I am the sniper rifle. Like, I take my time, I find who I want. When I look at someone, do I think about, am I going to marry them? If the answer is no, right? Is there potential for marriage with this individual? If the answer is no, I'm not even going to talk to them. It's not even worth it, And now I want to talk about the difference between the shotgun and the sniper rifle when it comes to dating, when it comes to real estate investing, when it comes to marketing for your business, because it's so crucial, okay? The shotgun approach is kind of like if you're doing, let's say, I buy houses. Like if I'm going to do I buy houses, I might do a shotgun approach and send out mailers to every house in this specific zip code, right? But the bad news with that is it's very, very expensive, dude. The other bad news is a lot of people in that zip code may not be interested in moving. Then I might be interested in selling a home. Okay. Another bad news is, some of those houses might not be houses that I really want to buy. But either way, I'm spending so much resources, right? I'm spending stamps, I'm sending letters, envelopes. Someone has to stuff it. If it's me or if I hire someone, it doesn't matter. I'm spending all this resources and all this time to hit the shotgun approach to get everyone to blanket the area, okay, to find the deals that I'm looking for, okay? Now, if you look at this sniper rifle approach, what I do is, I use a lot of free guerrilla marketing, right? Let's say the area that I want through content production or other stuff, right? If you want to know more, go to myrealestatedojo.com, click on stored, and get my marketing plan totally for free. But I do a lot of free marketing, and when the deals come in, I scope them out, right? I take my time, and 99% of the deals I don't do. Just like with women, like there are so many women, like I'm not trying to say I'm the best looking guy or anything like that, okay? Literally. But there are like 4 girls at my gym that I could instantly talk to and probably go on a date in a week, okay? There are people at the coffee shop that they're not ugly, they're attractive. But when I look at them, and I ask myself, would I marry this individual? Do I see a future with that? If the answer is no, for whatever reason, because they got tattoos or, whatever, like there might be more alpha women versus like submissive, or, like I like to look in the scope. I like to take my time and analyze the deal, say, is this a really good deal for me versus the shotgun approach, right? So even though there's all these women that want me at my gym, I'm not interested in these women, right? And, I'm nice to them, say, hey, how you doing? And, give them a tap and stuff like that. But I'm not going to take it any further because to me it's a waste of my time and energy. It's a waste of my resources because sure, I could tap that, right? But what is the end goal for me? Am I going to marry this chick? No, I don't want that. So why even should I pursue that? Okay. Now let me take it to real estate investing. Okay. In the last crash, 2006, 2007, 2008, I started marketing. I talked to over 10,000 sellers, okay? Literally 10. There were so many good deals, so many. But I knew exactly what I was looking for. What I was looking for was a beautiful home in a nice part of town where I would like to live in. The property should not need any repairs, right? Like a newer home, like only 2 or 3 or 4 years or 5 years old, maybe 10 years at the max, okay? Property's in great shape, and the seller's not behind any money. Or the seller's only behind 1 month, 2 months, 3 months at the max. No more than 3 months. I'm not gonna cure a loan because the seller's behind 7 months or 10 months. That's stupid, right? And even though that, I was doing tremendous amount of marketing, I only closed the cream of the cream of the cream deals, which were subject to seller financing deals with the sellers willing to just seller finance the deal with me. I don't have to put any money down. I don't have to use my credit. I don't have to jump through hoops. I don't have to pay all those junk fees for closing. I don't have to do all the dumb stuff that the traditional herd does when they hire a real estate agent and go with a title company, right? So I was able to sniper rifle exactly the areas. Like I knew that I want to have rental properties in certain areas so I can control the rental markets, because the more properties I own, this is zip code, I could bump up the rents. And guess what? When someone did a CMA, it would flow because I have enough properties in that zip code to control, So I was thinking like, there's checker and there's chess. And I was thinking like chess. So like the shotgun approach is the checkers in my mind. You're just moving fast as possible, right? Now, there's a lot of benefits with the shotgun approach, okay? Like the way my boy does it, right? He'll talk to any hot chick that he's interested in. He's not thinking about, okay, I don't think he's thinking about, hey, am I gonna marry her? No, he just wants to have fun with the chick, right? And that's great, Some people want that, and I'm not judging them. I'm happy for them. I'm learning skills from him so I can apply it into my sniper rifle, right? Because the shotgun approach has a lot of benefits, but it also has a lot of withdrawals. Let's run to some of the benefits and withdrawals. One of the biggest withdrawal with the shotgun approach is you're gonna have to spend a lot of resources, dude. Okay, resources could be your time. Resources could be texting all these girls. Like, you got 10 girls, you gotta text them, right? Blah, 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 blah. Well, dude, let's say it takes 5 minutes and you're doing 10. Well, dude, that's an hour every day you gotta text these chicks, right? You gotta hear all these chicks' problems, right? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Then you gotta spend money on them. Then you gotta go and do them. And, it's like, but on the flip side of it, you have all this options. Like, I got 10 chicks, dude, that I'm getting to do, and they all know about each other because this is how the players are, like he tells his girls that, hey, I have other girls, and they're okay with it, and that's the crazy thing, dude. Like, some people are okay with a guy having 10 different girlfriends, there are girls out there that believe it or not. I didn't believe that shit, but man, after talking to this gentleman for weeks in and seeing his photos and evidence, I believed it, dude. You know what I mean? But the benefit of the shotgun approach is you're able to get a whole lot of people, right? And you'll see faster results. The sniper rifle, you're not going to get fast results because, like, let's say I'm snipering and I'm looking for a specific size of the deer. I want, to weigh a certain amount, to be a big a certain amount. I want this, whatever, to be a certain amount. And so out of 10 deers that go by, I'll have them all in my scope, but I might not shoot any of them, okay? Because that's not exactly what I want. That's the problem with the sniper rifle, is that once you know exactly what you want, you're not going to take the shot anymore on anything else. I mean, and that's the craziest thing, because you know exactly what you want, okay? And like when it comes to real estate investing, in the last crash, I knew exactly what I want. I wanted it seller financing, owner financing, subject to deals. There were pretty homes in a nice area, Pacific zip code, okay? Most of them were in Pacific zip codes. They were not any older than 3 to 10 years old. They were not behind any, I didn't want them to be behind at all. I just wanted to step into their shoes and own the property with the least amount of money down. I wanted to have lower interest rate. I wanted them to have fixed rates versus ARMs. Because in the last crash, the bankers give everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but they gave at least 33% of the population ARMs. They didn't even know what adjustables were, right? They were getting themselves into interest only. There was the prime and subprime lending practices, right? So once you know what you want, for example, I knew exactly, like, when it comes to real estate, I am looking for a certain type of property. I'm only looking for deep discount, like 40 to 50% below the market, or seller financing. The house doesn't need any repairs. It's a move-in condition, low interest rate, fixed rate, a certain year old, and then not behind in payments or very, very little, because I wanted to come out of pocket very small amount of money into these properties, okay? And then pay the seller literally no money, okay? Unless I felt something in my heart because they were in a tough situation. Like one of the renters, one of the sellers, we talked about before in my videos, like he was a firefighter, wife was a teacher, they had pit bulls, they had Rottweilers, they had kids, and I give them more. Like my first year, Carlos, I bought the deal, I give them more because he was going through a divorce. I paid, so it just depends, like I listen to my heart. But literally, I want to get the least amount of money into the property. Okay, I don't want to do 20% down. I could go traditionally that way. Okay, so there are benefits with having the shotgun approach when it comes to real estate investing, when it comes to marketing. Okay, but at the same time, note that there's a cost with the shotgun approach. You're gonna have to spend a lot of resources. For example, with my moving company, we would go have a crew of 4 to 8 to 12 people that go and pass out flyers door to door at apartments, at expensive homes, right? And that was the shotgun approach. But I knew that moving season, there was a certain time, and I knew that this area is moving because I had MLS access. I could see how many houses have sold. So it would make sense because one move I would do in a big house, $3,000, $5,000. So it made sense. So to use that shotgun approach, right? But when it came to real estate investing, I didn't want to just buy every fucking deal. There are investors out there that'll buy a deal that has, 40,000 negative equity, or they got to bring out $30,000 out of their pocket. But they say, hey, it's not my money. I'll partner with some guy that has the money and it's his money. But see, this is shitty business to me, right? Why, if I wouldn't touch it with my own, why would I touch it with someone else's, right? It's like if the deal is not good enough for me to do, I wouldn't cure $40,000. Why would I use someone else's life retirement and give them a couple of points and put them in a danger? That's pretty stupid, man. But we live in America, and upside down, that what's down is really up. Debt is, everyone thing is success, right? So I'm not going to get into politics about that, but note that the shotgun approach is very, very good. You have a lot of options, but you're going to have to spend a lot of resources. You're going to put your time, your money, whatever. If you're talking about dating, if you're talking about properties, if you're talking about marketing. On the flip side, the sniper rifle is very great because you get exactly what you want. But on the withdrawal, you don't have all those options. For example, there's like 4 girls at my gym I could talk to and get with, and they're pretty hot, dude, like 7s, 8s, and 9s, and 10s, but I don't see a future with them, right? So it doesn't make sense for me. So and the girl that I really wanted to get with, that didn't work out. So there you go, right? But if I had done the shotgun approach, then I would have all these women, right? And that's not what I want. So it's all about what you want. Now, is the shotgun approach better? It's up to you. Is the sniper rifle better? It's up to you. For me, there's times that I will do the shotgun approach. Like in my moving company, I knew that a certain amount of people moved. This is the moving season. I had all this data, and I knew that if I spend $5,000 passing out flyers, I'll make $100,000 from that 5,000. So it made a lot of sense to do the shotgun approach. In my personal life and relationships, there are so many women that I see, they're like coming and flocking their hair at the gym next to me or at the coffee shop, and I analyze, like, would I marry this person? Would I have a long, just by external judgments, of course, right? Or a few minutes of conversation. And if the answer is no, then I don't even pursue it anymore. I don't even just go for it. No matter how much they want to, like, if they even fell into my lap, I'll probably be like, no, thank you, man. Okay. Because it's not something that I want. There are sellers that literally be like, here's my deed, dude. You can just take over, man. Like, you can have my property. And I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because accepting that comes with responsibility. Now I got to make the monthly payments. Now I got to cut the grass. Now I got to put renters in there. Now I got to take care of it. And it comes with obligation. Same thing with relationships, dude. Just to accept any relationship, it comes with headaches, dude. Resources and so much energy you have to give out, right? So for me, it's better just to be the sniper rifle, look at all the different preys, analyze them, okay? If this is something that I really want. Now, if it's something that I really want, then I'm willing to go all out for it, dude. I'm willing to stick my neck out there. I'm willing to get embarrassed. I'm willing to get rejected. I'm willing to spend money. I'm willing to, follow up so I can get the deal. I'm willing to do all that. But for other Marys and Joes, I'm not willing to do that, right? Because it's not the kind of deal that I'm looking for. So if a seller comes in and they have a beautiful home near home, but they're behind 6 months, I don't want to make that much back payments up, okay? Or if it's a war zone, or if it's a area I don't want to live in personally, then no. Every property that I always buy, I say, would I live in there? Now, it's not the best where I want to live, but would I live in there? If I don't feel safe living in there, then of course I'm not going to put a renter in there, right? Because all my properties, I think about, I am eventually going to live in there. Would I live in there as a renter myself? Because that's what I do. I live in my own rental property, pay myself rent. Would I live in this rental property? And if the answer is no, then I'm not going to buy it, dude. Just doesn't matter if the seller's just giving me the deed. Like, here, take the deed, dude. Here's some money. And there are sellers out there, bro. Literally, for example, if their mortgage on their house is $1,500, there's sellers out there, they'll pay $500 if you just pay them $1,000 to the bank, because they're tired of bleeding the $1,500 for 6 months or 2 years or 3 years because they weren't able to sell their home. So they're willing to just bleed $500 versus the $1,500. There are sellers out there that pay for your closing costs. Just like women, there are women out there who take you out to eat. They'll pay for your shit. They'll just sleep with you on the first date. They're so pushy. There's all kinds of stuff. But once you know what you want, then that's the sniper rifle. And if you don't know what you want, if you just want all of it, then the shotgun approach. They're both amazing tactics to use for your relationship with women, for marketing, or even real estate deals. The question is, as I always said, you got to know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you will get confused. You will get lost, because if you only want to meet one, then you talk to 10, you'll get confused, dude, right? If you only want to have this type of rental properties and you buy properties, they're not in a war zone, that, you know, no one's want to rent them, or there's no jobs there, then, you know, you're gonna have responsibilities and problems you're gonna have to deal with, guys. So most important is to know what you want, so you know which tool to use. Both tools are very, very effective. They both have their positive and they both have their negatives. But the question is, what do you want, so you know what tool you get? Anyways, guys, if you're interested in finding seller financing deals, if you're interested in finding property, off-market property at a deep discount, go to myrealestatedojo.com, click on Start Now, and get my free course, guys. You don't have to give me your credit card. You don't have to give me your email. No fluff. It's totally for free. Anyways, guys, thanks for clicking the like button. Thanks for sharing this message with someone. And don't take no for an answer. And always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy, peace.